Welcome back, everybody, to the Bad Mouth Podcast, where today we're going to talk about last night's very entertaining game. Even from a Tottenham fan, I was quite entertained with last night's game, actually. And from a neutral perspective, I mean, 5-3, I've never seen a game like that in my life. Obviously, I should really be more sad and more annoyed about the result, but honestly, there's quite a few positives that came out from that game that really need addressing, that really need hammering down, and really just need to be more talked about than the final result. Obviously, 5-3 is not a result you really want. Obviously, winning 5-3, there'd still be quite a few negatives defensively if, conceding 3 like that. But, yeah, what a game, eh? I'm going to do it differently this time. I'm going to talk about the goals first. I'll talk about PSG's first. Vitinha's first goal, brilliant finish. Second one, I don't actually remember what that was. I think it was just a was it pass for it? No, that was Fabian Ruiz. I don't know. I can't remember the second goal. Penalty, obviously. I'm surprised he didn't do a stupid little run up for it. Yeah, I want to talk about the penalty a little bit because Vicario, I don't know if this is in his entire career, if he's ever saved a penalty, but I know for us he's never saved one, and I think he really needs to work on his pens because it's as much as it is a gamble, as much as it is, there is some elements that the goalkeeper needs to do better there. Ruiz's goal, Vitinha's second goal, 100% could have been prevented. It was literally the same goal Eze scored 3 times against us on, when was it? On Sunday. It's the same thing, and the defence really needs to do better there. You've got Vicario and Van der Ven and Romero all shouting at each other. Do better, boys. Don't start shouting at each other when it is when it's your own fault. And it's there's something at the back it's not working. We've conceded 9 goals in 2 games. The entire season we've conceded about 5-ish goals, probably not even that. So to see 9 goals being conceded in only 2 games is really, really poor, considering we've actually been really good defensively this season, compared to the last 2 seasons anyway. So that's a huge negative. The penalty, honestly, do I think it was a penalty? I don't think it was a penalty. Maybe that's me being biased, but I think he's gone down to slide. Sure, his arm's a bit too high, but you go down to slide, your arm's naturally gonna go up there. They're naturally gonna go up. So it's a tough one because as much as I don't know. I'm stuck. I personally don't think it is. But would it have changed the game? Maybe. I mean, that was the 5th one. So, yeah. And the other 2 goals preventable again, I think. Richarlison's goal, brilliant play. I know everyone's been saying this, but brilliant play. The Bergvall pass into Archie Gray, and even the cross from Gray into Colomwani was just perfect. And obviously, simple header back to Richarlison and simple tapping, really. Very nice worked goal. Colomwani's first goal was also really good. Obviously, went off the line and headed back, but then he rebounded it off and smashed it in. Good goal. His second goal was really good as well. I think he had a lot of determination. I'll go on to him in a bit, but he had some real good determination in this game and really good determination with that goal specifically. Never gave up, just kept running, and the finish was perfect. Couldn't have asked for more. But yeah, I've talked about the negatives, so I'm going to move on to positives. The positives are Bergvall was, especially in the first half, was fantastic. Considering he's been injured for a bit, not for long, but for a few weeks, honestly, you think he wasn't injured. You think he's just come back, But he was brilliant. He was fantastic in that first half. For the entire attack and midfield, the press was fantastic from everyone. Richarlison played I think he played really, really well in that game. I mean, not even just the first half. In the second half, he had his little moments of, the dribbling, blocking the ball. I think he was really, really good that game, and it was really nice to see him actually play well for once, and not just get the lucky goal. He really fought for that. The entire team fought for those 3 goals, to be honest, especially the first 2. So it was, they were really, really good. Colin Warney, I mean, outstanding. Our best player on the pitch, I think. By far, I mean his attacking play was brilliant. Got 2 goals and an assist. Really 3 good goals and assists, 1 good assist, 2 good goals. I mean his press was really good. His hold up play was really good. He was just brilliant in that game. And honestly, I honestly hope he starts most Prem games this season, because he's a key player we've got, and I hope he continues to play like that against Fulham and teams to come, and hopefully we buy him on a permanent, because he was really good yesterday. So I thought was good. It was okay. There was a lot of times where he got the ball and it's a really good position to make a crossing or make just a simple pass, to continue and further the attack. But he then decided to turn back round, pass back, and I think he really disrupted the flow of things quite a lot. And that was a shame, because there definitely could have been a lot more chances created if he just, did that and, passed the ball and moved it and that. I think Bentancur was quite solid yesterday. I've slated him quite a lot this season, but I think he was quite good last night. He showed a lot of grit with him, and, that was good. I think Archie was really good as well, as much as I don't really remember him doing much in the second half. First half he was really, really good. Him and Bergvall really worked well together, I think. I mean, obviously they sort of, they started off as a, on the team sheet there was a 5 back, but obviously Archie went, up into midfield. But no, I was really pleased with the attack in midfield, to be honest. The defence is where it gets a little bit on FootMob. I mean, Jed and Romero both got 4.9s in the red. I think it's a bit harsh for Spence. I think Jed was okay. He's definitely not what he used to be last season, this beginning of this season. He's definitely fell off a bit, I think. But, he was okay, nothing special. Van der Ven, I think, was okay. He did quite well, considering the what he had to go up against. I mean, that's for the entire defence. It's a tough attack to go up against. As much as it isn't PSG's strongest, with Doué out, it's not their strongest, and obviously Dembele on the bench as well. But, still a strong attack with Kvaratskhelia on, up front, and Bradley Barcola. They're tough opponents to go up against, and I think the defence did handle them quite well, especially in the first half. I think PSG were quite lucky to get a goal in the first half, and did that really disrupt the flow of things? Maybe, but we did come back to make it 2-1. So I don't think it disrupted that much, but I think once PSG started going in that second half, we completely... I don't think we switched off, but we definitely just forgot how to play football, to be honest. Romero, I think, was not good that game. I think he was really poor that game, and he really needs to, work on that. I think he was quite poor. Porro, I actually think, had quite a decent game, actually. He actually did quite well considering the opponents he's going up against, like I said before. No, he played really well, I think, considering. But yeah, all positives from Porro, I think, really. Vicario, I think, he definitely could have done better. For Vitinhas, he didn't even bother diving up. I mean, he went down. As much as it's a far out goal, and yes, it may look like it's going to hit the crossbar and go, and go out, and obviously did hit the crossbar, but it went in. Go for it, mate. You're wide enough. He was fully stretching for shots in the first half, so why not do it for that one when it actually mattered? But I think he was okay. Obviously, really unlucky with a few of the goals and not to save them, but it's the defence letting him down again, really. I mean, subs, they don't... I mean, it was by the time we started subbing everyone on, it was when it was 5-3. So, and as much as I think we could have made a difference with Kudus, Xavi and Odobert coming on, they didn't really contribute much. Xavi really tried, and it's obviously tried. So same with Kudus, but they struggled to get in the game, just like they struggled to get in the game with Arsenal. But overall, very huge positives. If Richarlison and Colomwani play like that every single time they play for us, then we're gonna get results, and that's all we need. I think Bergvall, Gray were good positives. Especially Bergvall was brilliant that game, and I'm so happy we've got him because he has a really promising future at Tottenham. But no, yeah, some very, very huge positives from the boys yesterday. I just think it really worked well. First half was brilliant, I think. As much as we could have probably, it would have been better going without the goal for them and going into the second half 1-0 up. I think definitely would have benefited us more, but, that's okay. League table as it stands, PSG is second, with us 16th, with 8 points. Obviously, winning last night would have been huge and put us in that top 8 bracket. But it's okay. Our next game is against Slavia Prague at home, which hopefully is an easy win. Hopefully, one can only hope. Slavia Prague's form recently, draw against Bilbao, obviously lost to Arsenal. So I'm hoping, and to be fair, drew to Atlanta, obviously lost to Inter. They've been alright this season. But no, hopefully that we go into that guns blazing, we win that and get 3 points there. Then it's Dortmund at home. I honestly, it may be rogue, but I think we've got a big chance of getting a result out of that game. It's at home, and obviously we have not been too good at home this season. I mean, in the Champions League we have, but I think we can really get a result against Dortmund because Dortmund have a lot of cracks defensively that I think we can really exploit. So, I'm hoping for a result there. Frankfurt away, just do what we did last year. Frankfurt are worse now. They've lost Ekatike. They've lost a few of their players. Brought some in, sure, but I think we can definitely get a result against them. And if we win those 3 games, get 9 points, that puts us on. Well, we're on 8 points, are we? Oh, I can only get the table on. Yeah, we're on 8 points. So I guess it's on 17 points, which, if we look at last season's Champions League, 17 points got people in the top 8. Yes, from 16 points to 21. So hopefully we can. Obviously, it's a different season; anything can happen. But all we can do now is win those 3 games, and if we do, we go straight to the round of 16, which I think is really important for us because I don't think we really need another game. Another a 2-legged draw. I don't think we really need that. So hopefully we can win all 3 games. Obviously next we've got Fulham. Hopefully I should be watching that game. So hopefully I'll make a video on it on the Sunday. Then following Tuesday we've got Newcastle, which I definitely will be watching. Obviously lost 2-0 against them. I don't think I did a video on it, no. In the Carabao Cup, lost 2-0 to them. Poor game, but going to St James Park is always tough, so that's going to be an interesting game again. And then we've got Brentford at home. Don't think I've got any plans for that, so I think I should be watching it. Obviously Slavia Prague, Nottingham Forest away, which will be tough. And then Liverpool at home, which I can just imagine Liverpool finding form by the time we play them. But hopefully we can actually get a result out of that. Then away to Crystal Palace for the last game of 2025, which will be a tough game as well at Selhurst Park. We currently sit 9th in the league, in the Premier League. Only 5 points away from second, which isn't too bad. Title's not one and done by Arsenal just yet. As much as it seems like they probably will win it, it's not one and done just yet. I'd say target for winning the league, but we are 11 points behind Arsenal, who are top. So I think it's going to be really tough for us to actually try and push for the title. So honestly, as long as we just push for top 4, I think that's the target for the league now. Push for top 4, and I'm honestly happy with that. Yeah. So realistically, we want to win something. It's got to be. It can only be FA Cup in the Champions League. Obviously, I prefer it to be the Champions League, but FA Cup will be a good trophy to win as well. But obviously, round twos are this weekend, I think. So then round three, then we're in it, and we'll start our FA Cup season. But yeah, no, some definite, like I've said before, huge positives from that game. As long as we keep those positives and we develop them and be even better. Because in the first half, we looked like a world class team, and we looked really really good. So as long as we can portray that against Fulham and especially Newcastle, getting a result at St James will be so important for our season. And honestly, we can go 5 games with wins. We can beat Fulham, Newcastle, Brentford, Slavia Prague, and Forest. We can get those 5 wins. Then it goes over to Liverpool, obviously. But honestly, full focus. Finish the rest of the year strong. Only one Champions League game during that, which will be the Slavia Prague game. I think FA Cup round 3 is in December. Let me find out. This is not helpful. I'm gonna assume it is in. Oh no, it's in January. Okay, right, yeah. FA Cup's in next year, so yeah. But yeah, no, huge positives, and as we can develop them and keep them going, then really well done. But no, poorish result, but honestly, I'm not too fast. We'll look at the other Champions League games. Sadly, Bayern they lost to Arsenal, and it's actually worrying because I don't like how good Arsenal are this season. Obviously, a fall off water is bound to happen, like with any team. But yeah, Atletico beat Inter 2-1 with a last minute winner. Love to see it. Liverpool is in 4-1 to PSV. Is obviously really nice to see. Big humble there. What's that, like 9 in what now have they lost? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 games they've lost in this short span. But yeah, no, they're really poor, really really poor from Liverpool. Real Madrid 4-3. Mbappe with 4. Of course he does. But yeah, no. Really happy with Tottenham, and I hope we can just continue with that. Just like I always say, find consistency and things will go well. So yeah, I think that'll be it. I know, I'm sorry the videos are a bit shorter than they usually are. Like I said last video, it's really tough to try and find stuff out to say. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe. Click my face right here to subscribe. And if you want to watch the review on the Arsenal game, go click somewhere here. One of the two. I don't know which one, but one of the two. But yeah, drop your comments down below, any thoughts. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully against Fulham. Goodbye.